If you're thinking about going to the London Card Show, here's exactly what to expect. What's being sold, how crowded does it get, and is VIP worth it or not? And what there is to do beyond just buying. So here's a proper breakdown of exactly what you get when you walk through these doors. With roughly 1,000 tables and thousands of attendees, this is easily one of the biggest card shows in the UK. It's grown very quickly over the past few years, and that alone changes the experience compared to smaller local shows. But size alone doesn't tell you if it's actually good for buyers or not. The real advantage of this show isn't just volume, it's comparison. When multiple vendors are selling the same product, buyers aren't just locked into one price or one table. You're also seeing depth. Multiple copies of the same card, different conditions, different grading levels. The trade-off is intensity. Bigger shows move faster, so if you're not prepared, you can get easily overwhelmed. Now in terms of variety, this show definitely leans into Pokemon a lot more. It's definitely the dominant presence here. You'll see everything here, from raw singles, graded cards, and sealed products, and multiple vendors selling very similar items. But it's not just one-dimensional. Here you'll also find Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh, sports cards, Magic, and all sorts of accessories, and including grading services as well. That mixture is important because it tells you that it's not just for one type of audience, it's for everybody. If you're a serious Pokemon collector, then you've got depth and comparison. But if you happen to collect other TCGs, you're not limited to one niche. Just remember, the strength here is not quantity, it's options. However, the real question is, can you navigate this place comfortably? At peak times, it does get busy, especially late morning and early afternoon. You'll find moments where tables are really busy, especially ones with high-end slabs and popular vendors. And that matters because buying, well, it requires space to think. If you prefer to compare cards properly, or inspect cards carefully, or even negotiate without pressure, then timing matters. Early access or arriving later definitely changes the experience a lot. With that being said, it never feels chaotic, but rather just active. The aisles are wide enough to move and there's still plenty of space to browse. At a huge show like this, your timing definitely affects your experience, and this is where tickets start to matter. There are two ticket types here, VIP and general admission, and the difference is not just the price, it's timing. VIP gives you 1 hour early access before the main crowd enters. General admission, of course, opens a bit later, but if you look at the difference in the queue, that makes it worth it. General admission, of course, opens later, but as you can already see, the difference in the size of the queue. Now in bad weather, I wouldn't like to be out there longer than I need to. Luckily, today's a good day. Now that early window can matter, especially if you're hunting a specific card or you want to compare prices early before the vendors get busy. With few people on the floor, you'll have plenty of time to inspect, negotiate and think clearly. That doesn't automatically mean that VIP is necessary. If you like space and first access, then VIP is worth it. Or if you're very casual and you don't mind waiting, then general admin will do. However, just remember, the ticket choice isn't about status, it's about strategy. Once you're inside though, there's more to the show than just buying. As the hobby's growing, so does the risk of fake cards, especially online. One stall here is focused on helping collectors identify fake cards through an online database.
So we started because we were fed up with buying cards online and them arriving and not being the condition that we expected. They'd either be wrong condition or they'd be fake. So we spent 2 years and we came up with a way to image cards in a way that effectively 3D imaged them, and you can see it here in a way. And the idea is that we're able to give people a very clear picture of the cards and the condition.
There's also a trade zone for people to trade, and on an evening they do trade nights where there's lots and lots of people. In the morning the trade zone's generally quieter, so look to come after midday, then you'll start to pick up. Very often at a London Card Show they'll invite artists so you can get your photo taken or have autographs done. So whether you're here to buy, trade or just to soak in the atmosphere, this show definitely offers a lot more than just tables. Not too far away from the vendors on the side, there's a retro arcade. Then we have a place where you can submit your cards to get them graded.
So essentially Subcentre is what you would call a middleman. So essentially what we do is we take all of the hardship of submitting yourself to these companies by doing essentially everything for you. So all you would do is you'd create an account on our website, place an order for the service level to the company you want to send to, and then you just send us your cards with your name and order number, and then we take care of everything else. We are at every London Card Show because we're their official grading partners. So with certain cards going to specific grading companies, there's kind of a consensus that PSA is the best for Pokemon, in terms of value, sports cards because that's how PSA originally started out, like Yu-Gi-Oh again, Disney and Topps, it's all PSA. One Piece, Dragon Ball, Magic the Gathering, Cherry Beckett. error cards, CGC, because they're like pretty much the only company that denotes errors on their labels, and you get error collectors. If you're doing it for value, most of the time it's PSA, because nothing beats a PSA 10 price apart from a CGC Pristine 10, a Beckett 10 or a Beckett Black Label, which Beckett Black Label massively increase price and value on cards.
The kids zone provides a relaxed area right in the centre of the main floor, and that's really useful considering how busy the show can get. If you're bringing children, having a dedicated space makes a noticeable difference. So there are a good selection of food stalls here, and the food quality is generally pretty good. However, in my opinion, it is pretty expensive. Overall, the London Car Show is definitely worth going to, especially for its scale, variety and atmosphere. But like any large event, the outcome depends on your approach. Timing matters, budget matters and preparation matters. If you were coming here, what would your strategy be?